A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant turn of events, Chancellor Rachel Reeves has been dealt a severe blow following the Office for Budget Responsibilities (OBR) decision to have its forecast for economic growth, forcing her to implement cuts to welfare and tighten budgets across Whitehall. The OBR has reduced its growth forecast for the UK's gross domestic product (GDP) in 2025 from 2% to just 1%, citing a lack of recent momentum and waning domestic confidence as key factors. This downgrade has serious implications for around 3 million families relying on incapacity benefits and 800,000 claimants who will see a reduction in personal independence payments (PIP). In her spring statement delivered to MPs, Ms. Reeves outlined the government's response to these challenges, attributing the downturn to increased global uncertainty, particularly in light of geopolitical tensions such as the ongoing situation in Ukraine and potential trade conflicts instigated by U.S. President Donald Trump. The Chancellor's plans to balance the nation's books by 2029-30 now hinge on a £4.8 billion squeeze on welfare and a trimming of planned increases in departmental spending. The OBR indicated that without these cuts, Ms. Reeves would have missed her target by £4.1 billion. While the Chancellor expressed dissatisfaction with the current growth numbers, she pointed to an optimistic outlook for subsequent years, with GDP expected to rise by 1.9% in 2026, followed by 1.8% in 2027 and 1.7% in 2028. However, the OBR highlighted that a potential trade war could jeopardize this forecast, warning that retaliatory tariffs could eliminate the Chancellor's headroom, forcing her to consider tax hikes or further spending cuts. The spring statement was initially intended to be a routine update on public finances, but the economic landscape has forced Ms. Reeves into making more extensive changes. She has announced an additional £2.2 billion for defense spending and set a target to reduce administrative costs within government departments by 15% by 2030. The OBR's report also revealed a forecast rise in the overall tax burden in the UK, projected to reach a historic high of 37.7% of GDP by 2027-28. Additionally, inflation is expected to average 3.2% this year, before gradually declining to the government's target of 2% by 2027. The Chancellor's commitment to maintaining fiscal discipline has been met with criticism from opposition parties, who argue that her policies disproportionately impact the most vulnerable. Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride accused Ms. Reeves of mismanaging the economy and creating a situation where the government is forced to make cuts that will leave many families worse off. Labour MPs have expressed their discontent with the welfare cuts, stating that the government should seek alternative solutions rather than targeting those in need. Despite the challenges ahead, Ms. Reeves remains resolute, asserting her commitment to fiscal responsibility and the importance of free trade in navigating the uncertain global landscape. As the government braces for potential backlash and ongoing scrutiny, the path forward remains fraught with economic uncertainty and political tension. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.